Ladies and gentlemen, what a day for a space investor. Subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't yet. Yes, what a day. What a day to be space investor. Once again, volatility is back. Yeah, we have a couple of things that I wanted to talk about today. And I prepared a small agenda as well. So let me show it to you real quick, which would be as of our great advantage. Guys, I'm so glad that we are doing this live updates and having this opportunity, because I feel, especially on those days when we are losing 10% or more in one day, I get a lot of messages, guys. Okay, and I want to make sure that I teach always the same same statement or the same vision, right? Where people sometimes say, hey, show us some technical analysis for those numbers or here and that. Guys, it's not about valuations, it's not about technical numbers, it's just about, will the stock go higher? That's the only question. Okay, and there is not, it's not about who makes the most prettiest technical analysis, it's not about who makes the most prettiest calculation, it's not about who can find an undervalued stock compared to its competitors. If the product is shit, then also the stock will not rise, okay, even when it's undervalued compared to its competitors. This is something that you need to really understand, guys. So I see a lot of comments also, that losing faith in this company, credibility and so on. I totally understand that, but I will show you something that maybe will change your mind. Okay, without obviously it's always up to you which stocks you are investing in, and we are here about to find the next 10x stocks. And is it easy? Absolutely not. Is it a lot of time and sweat and trying and failing going into that over the last couple of years for myself? Yes, of course it is. Yes, of course. But I think that you were never here on the channel and followed one of those big conviction trades for me, like Tesla, Beyond Meat, or Virgin Galactic, and lost money on the long run. Okay, that's fact. So I'm here today to really talk about the real talk. So I'm glad that you tuned in, and make sure to let me know where you are watching from, guys. Okay, let me know where you are watching from, because I have here already people from Germany, Prague, Moldova, Dubai, Malta, Sweden, California, Austin, Texas, Puerto Rico, Salt Lake City, Sydney, Australia, Egypt. Yeah, that's pretty much very international this morning, or this evening, wherever you are watching from. It's about 12:30 a.m. So very late tonight in Dubai already. I know people from you, if you are watching from the East Coast, then obviously it's sometimes afternoon for you, and you're just starting in the day if you're living more in the West Coast. So let's dive into the agenda for today, and let me just show you real quick what we will talk about today. So we will talk about some new members that just joined. Then we will have a look into this space stock crash and comeback, and the Q&A session where we will dive into your questions. So make sure to put it into the live chat, and I will get to that. I will be very, very happy to answer all of them as far as I can. So therefore, let's dive into quickly what we will talk about here. Obviously, you know, that is it. Crash and back. I love this. I love this saying. You know, there was a couple of people who asked me, you know, what do you do? I said, you know, if I would have more cash at this particular moment, I would definitely go and buy more Virgin, but I need to wait a couple of days until my cash flow will reset for the month, and then I can put a couple of dollars to work into space again, and I'm happy that it's at least now 5% in discount, right? Hopefully until then maybe it's back up. So we welcome PC Nukoti, who joined 2 days ago. Welcome to the Wolfpack. And if you are wondering what is the membership, guys, it's maybe the most exclusive membership here on the financial and stock investing YouTube world. When you press the join button below all the live videos and live streams, you will get all the information. So check it out. Check it out, and let's talk about space. So here it is, the space chart. And while many people were panicking, there was apparently more people buying also, okay? There were more people buying. And as you can see here, we started the day with, you know, going even at under 20, what was here, 1985, yeah, and recovered. And that's, let us have a look into the chart, and here we go. Let me see if I want to see the one day chart. Okay, so here we go. Actually, if you're just looking technically wise into the chart, you can see here that the chart pretty much, you know, fall down, and then we pretty much were aligned the Bollinger Bands here, and also the 200 moving average as well as the 50 moving average was a kind of guideline for the whole day as well. Okay, so that's important in terms of resistance here. So we see that it seemed to really use those moving averages as resistance. But what happened, guys? Virgin Galactic actually announced that they will reschedule their test flight because of the new state government restrictions, which where they wanted to talk with the government. Unfortunately, it's not possible to fly and bring people to New Mexico spaceport to finish the work. And then I think that it's unbelievable to see that we have a lot of people that actually texted me and said, you know, what should I do? Should I sell? It's not bad. And I said, you know, why? Why is it bad? Does it changes the fundamental story that we build up our investments on? No. Will it take a little bit longer? Yes. Will this somehow infect the product that they are building? No. So it's just, you know, a shift of 2 weeks, hopefully 2 weeks, maybe it will be longer, right? Maybe the New Mexico state will extend the lockdown. But as you can see, it's nothing like major, and therefore obviously people used the weakness and bought the dip, and that's why the stock went from minus 10% to just minus 4. And I can imagine we still have like half an hour for the market to open, so I could imagine, you know, this goes maybe only to 3 or whatsoever, because, you know, people tend to react quite panically and sell, specifically those who are not long-term and long-term thinker. And therefore, I see this overreaction on the market, and this is obviously huge opportunities for those people who are, you know, thinking, okay, let's put this problem down and put it into very, very first principles. Okay, so is it a problem by Virgin Galactic? No. Is it a problem, you know, that every company will have? Yes. Is it a problem where they still maybe can do some work from home? Yes. Is it a, you know, a challenge that they will overcome in a amount of time that we can foresee already? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so, you know, it's not a big deal. Okay, and this is why the stock went further up from this lows of 10% back to 21, which is still, you know, guys, if you are in, since we talked about it the very first time, like I know people here on this channel are in since 14, 15. You know, I first bought into Virgin Galactic when it was like 15 or 16, right? I wanted to buy at 14, but I said, you know, it's 15 now. I will not wait until it's 14, until it drop, and maybe I missed it, okay? And exactly this was the right decision. Always buy the stock when you think this is a great opportunity. This is a stock that will be more worth in a certain of time. Doesn't matter of any technical analysis about the valuation of the company. What counts is if you invest at $10, will it be soon at $20 or soon at $200? You know, and we are looking for those investments that are 10x. So we are looking into these investments that are $200 after we invested at $20, right? So this is what we are looking at, and yeah, I would be super pumped to see when you let me know in the comments where basically it's really important to see what questions do you have, okay? Then I just see here one of our viewers here, Henry. I remember, Henry, you invested in call options, and I said, guys, call options are very, 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 very dangerous, and this is exactly why. This is exactly why call options are so dangerous at those companies. And let me show you something that maybe will calm you down, okay? And why you should think long term, guys. Now, because a lot of people are, you know, complaining, this stock is so volatile, unbelievable, there's no other stocks that are so volatile. Let us see, let us check. Let's have a look first into Amazon stock, okay? Amazon stock, the maximum chart that I could find here, which goes back until the 30th May 1997. Very, very old chart, okay? So we started here at $1.50, and obviously we went up to $4, $5, $7, $18. And look what happened there. And this is before the dot-com crash, okay? We went at 18 on the July 31st, 1998. Just a month later, we fall down to $14, guys. From 18 to $14. Okay, let's go further. So we went then further up and up and up to 50, 60, 80. Imagine that, it's 86. April 30, 1999. And then, you know, we fall to 59 just a couple of weeks after that, okay? So here you see how volatile stocks are specifically into, you know, those first years on the stock market. And, you know, here this was obviously considered as the dot-com crash here at the 2000s. But after that, there was always volatility. Look at that. We were here at almost $50, 2005, November, and in February we were 37. We went even down to half that price in just a half of a year. So as you can see, volatility is always there, okay, guys, specifically in those innovators. And what is important is that you stayed into the stock as soon as you go here in and up to this $3,000, obviously, you know. And that's why I say, you know, long term, don't think too much about the short term. Use the short term to buy more stock if the company doesn't change its fundamental story. So the same with Tesla stock. Let's have a look into the Tesla stock. Okay, today it's $408, guys, almost flat for the day, but let's have a look. So $4.77 on June 30 in 2010. 2010 was the year of the IPO, obviously. And what then happened was the stock went double, okay? Almost double just a couple of months later. And everybody was happy. Everybody was, hey, this is the company that are changing the world, right? What happens in the just a matter of a couple of months, you know, we almost halved the stock. Halved it, okay? If you are trying to get the absolute best price on those stocks, it's really not possible, guys. I know people that lost $30,000-$40,000, you know, just to trying to time the market with different kind of stocks, and almost, you know, I think if they would do the absolutely opposite, they would be very rich people, but it's just not worth to try to time the market, you know. And then, you know, see this jump here, 2013 with $7.50 went up to $35, $36, right? Five times your investment. And then it went further up. It stayed very flat for a couple of years. But, you know, if you trusted the overall mission and vision of the company, you could be a very rich person that, you know, 100x your money, obviously, right? And then, you know, obviously, if you use some call options, which are very dangerous and should be only used, you know, 30. A certain part of your portfolio. I always say, you know, if you invest like $10,000 into shares of Tesla, take maybe 10%. Take 10%, which would be $1,000 maximum, and invest into some higher speculations of call options. If you really want, if you want to do that, you know, but beware, because it can be quite dangerous. So let's have a look into those questions, guys. Let's have a look into those questions. I can't wait to see what questions do you have and answer them, obviously, all. Let's have a look. And make sure, guys, if you liked it so far, to absolutely smash that subscribe button. And also the like button. It's totally free for you. It means the world to me. So make sure to smash that like button. If someone asks, no, that's not a picture of me as a childhood, from my childhood. It's basically a picture from the internet. I should change it from time to time. And also, if you haven't yet, make sure to follow me on Instagram as well, because the content continues there. So let's have a look into the chat. What are those questions? So let's have a look. We have people from UK here, London, Holland, Russia, North Carolina, Ottawa, Canada. We have Amsterdam, Russia, Las Vegas, Lithuania, Florida, Melbourne, Canada, There's the first question. How about that? There, Steve Sedon is asking. I hope now I pinned the right message. Yes. So Steve is actually asking, who cuts my hair? First, I have to ask you another question. Is it so bad? Is it so bad that we need to check out my hairstyle here in the show? I hope it's not meant to be bad, because I'm a very positive person and I love to be positive around everybody. So I guess you may mean it positive. So it's a barber around the corner. So let's have a look into the next question. What is the next question? Do you think the space stock can go down to 16, 17 and next $15? I think it's possible. It can go down, obviously, like we saw on the volatility of such stocks that changing the world. It's very, very likely, but never a guarantee. Okay, I know a couple of people that said, wow, Tesla went from $4 to $40. I will wait until it's go back to $4 or $3 so I can buy cheap. And then they saw the stock from 40 to 25, 70, 50, 100, and never actually catched up and lost this opportunity to invest and multiply their money just because they thought that $4 is the right price to pay for the Tesla stock. So keep this in mind, okay? So what else do we have? We have So Mr. Gator 91 actually is saying, what will be next? Space will recover further. Yes, obviously, at some point, it will recover very, very much. And I think, we will see new highs with the stock if you have the long-term perspective into the stock, which you need for this, okay? It's a long shot. It will be a bumpy road, but it's something that is important to understand that, it can be very, very rewarding. It can be. And obviously, I'm not a financial advisor and I cannot give you any advice about your investing because I don't know anything about your, net worth, about your risk appetite and anything. So that's why it's important to make your own research on everything. But let's dive further in the other questions. So yes, the next thing, what will happen with space? Obviously, 2 weeks lockdown. After that, we go full power, and I guess the test flight will be in like 3 weeks or so. Okay, depending on when they will get the new test flight window. It's always depending on the governments as well, on the regulators, on the engineers, on the pilots. So it's all really, really connected, and there's not like one button and they say, now we go. It's, hey, we need to have this flight window. Is everybody okay with it? Okay, so this is important to understand. What else in terms of questions do we have? Then a question by Bike Life BBB. Do you think the test flight could go wrong? If yes, how will it affect the stock? So obviously, it always can go wrong. That's why they're putting so much effort into the overall safety regulations, guys. And that's why it's important to understand that it's always a risk, and if something happens, this would be very, very bad for this company, catastrophic even, obviously. And yeah, I thematized this scenario in one of my vlogs where I said, you know, I think they are at the position where if there would be something very, very serious, then I think they will continue the business after a break. Okay, I just think about it that, you know, they will continue because they will see, okay, what was the problem, and so on. And but they would get back on their feet. My personal opinion. So what else do we have? What else do we have? Yeah, there's people in very nicely. Double A is saying he is in since $14.5. I would wish I have this average. I have it around, I think, $17, which is interesting. What do we have here? Then Hassan Hashmi is asking, will it go down tomorrow more? Wait. Will it go down more or up? Do you think 18 again? Again, you know, those are very difficult questions to answer because it all depends so much on everything, you know, the market, the news, the New Mexico government, and so on and so forth. So I think it's it's very important to understand that it's that we are having, you know, definitely some support in terms of good news in the next couple of months. So, you know, there can be this spiral down for the stock if we, you know, just have coming this delays. So then we definitely would see 18 or lower again. But I think you know, but it's so hard to predict the short term. That's why I never say anything. I know long term the stock will be more worth, and this is everything I would need to know. Okay, so I am not into the short term trading, and I never would. I would never recommend anybody to think that way. So what else do we have? Oh yeah, Steve Seddon, he has the great advice that, you know, I would just agree to that, obviously, as you know. He says, buy, hold, and chill your beans is my advice. Cost averaging, of course, along the way. That's the thinking, guys. That's the thinking. Make sure to smash that like button for that comment. I highly appreciate this, Steven. Thank you very much for that. This is important now in this situation. I know sometimes it can be emotionally attaching, but you need to keep emotions away at investing. You know, when I started investing into Tesla stock, right? I put a lot of money into Tesla stock. And it went down from 300 to 178. And, you know, I was just convinced the stock will make it. You know, the stock is so great. The company is so great. The team is so great. The product is so great. And then I was heavily rewarded and, you know, reached financial freedom before I was in the age of 30. And if you want to do the same, then just, you know, find this 10x opportunities. You know, have 3-4 options of them. Just put every month, you know, you're saving into it, and, you know, eventually you will have your money working for you, and you might not in a couple of years don't have to work again. You know, could be nice, could be very, very nice. So what else do we have? Henry is all about the shirt. The shirt, or I don't know. There's no. There's just, I think Henry was asking about the shirt, the spacesuit that I have on. It's the Under Armour Golf collection. So it should be somewhere, if it's still available, this model, it should be under the golf section of Under Armour. Okay. Then we have people from Florida, London, Norway, Portugal. One of our members, that's quite funny. Ronnie Freyer from Las Vegas is saying, woke up, stock down $25,000, took a nap, took a nap, woke up, only dropped 15,000. I'm going back to sleep. Yeah, sometimes, it's just better to not look in your portfolio, specifically when you have long-term positions and no calls that expire. You're so chilled. You just see the stock going down and you are happy because next month you can buy more for cheaper, and then it's growing like a nice tree, and a tree full of money. So yeah, that's quite interesting. So are waiting to buy or buying now? Hassan is asking. Well, I always say, if you have money and you like a stock and it's 5 or 10% down, then buy. And next month, if it's going even further down, then you buy more for cheap. And if it's going up, then you are happy because you were right? So you succeeded. So this is my advice. Just buy immediately, guys. So yeah, David Galea is saying patience is the game. Yes, and not only that, not only he's saying that, but if you're looking into those big investors over the years, Warren Buffett, Peter Lynch, all of those guys, they really say, let the winners go, cut losers. Don't own stocks like properties. You don't buy and sell your house every single day. Yes, if you would know the price of your house, it's also for sure going down and up, on daily basis, depending what's happening in the neighborhood. But you just hold it for 20 years, right? And if you have this great opportunity to be in this company that, is changing an industry, then you should be there as long as possible, I think. So, where can you see the price of space in a few years' time? Definitely 10x, guys. 10x, that's all about here on this channel. So this is where I'm seeing the stock, okay? 10x from here, if not much more, okay? Let me see, what else do we have? Hassan is asking why they are doing in Mexico and not in the US. No, it's the state called New Mexico in the US. It's not Mexico as the country, guys, okay? So then is Daniel B. Blasco is asking, I have an average of 20.5. Well, you are up about 10%, if I'm not mistaken, right? A little bit less. Yeah, but as you can see, even with this higher average, 20.5, you're still up, right, on your position. You're not down. So, what else? Let me have a look. What else do we have? Chino Corner is asking an interesting question. He's saying, are you holding forever, or what is your price to sell? That's a very interesting question. So, first of all, I don't have a price target where I say I will sell. Secondly, if I have the chance, and if I see the story still evolving and the valuation or the price not going crazy high, I can hold this thing for years, okay? If it makes money, why not, right? On the other side, think about it also that, that's also an opportunity if you 10x your money, maybe you will see other opportunities where you take a little bit of this position and put it somewhere else, just to spread, the opportunities out there. So it all depends on the story and the future of space. In my personal opinion, the future of space is very bright. I'm also thinking that you should subscribe, and why there is no animation here. You should subscribe and ring the bell. This is very, very important, guys. Thank you very much for this lovely, 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 lovely day. And I wish you a safe day. And make sure to like this episode if you appreciate those live streams. And I see you in just a couple of hours, obviously, with the morning stream. And tomorrow, maybe everything for space will look a little bit better, and we have maybe a rebound of the stock. Stay safe and healthy, and have a fantastic last 10 minutes of the stock market.